Check, 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 check. pass, pass. Welcome everybody to the Ames ISU Ice Arena. We got about 4 minutes and 30 seconds here until the teams take the ice before the first period. Oregon now takes the ice.
State Cyclones. Number 35, Peterson. At left defense, number 6, Hunter Boylan. At right defense, number 28, Keegan Pepper. At left wing, number 10, Lawrence Rose. At center, number 79, Charlie Carr. And at right back, number 17, Liam Baker. Warriors coached by Ashley Jensen. And now, for your Iowa State Cyclones, you know, shooting down Minnesota, number 35, Harrison Moon. At left defense, a freshman from Minor Lake, Minnesota, number 20, Ben Bransky. At right defense, a sophomore from West Bend, Wisconsin, number 17, Riley Grant. At left wing, a senior from Brookville, Manitoba, number 28, Everett Weston. At center, a senior from New Richmond, Wisconsin, number 5, Stu Miller. And at right wing, a sophomore from Glenwood, Iowa, number 18, Michael Lattanzio. Iowa State is coached by Bob Lang and Michael Root. Your officials tonight, your referees are Dan Bobover, Brandon Peterson, Elijah and Connor Nellis. We ask you to stand at the table, face the west end of the arena for the playing of the national anthem and performance from the Cyclone Hockey Network.
What? Crowd surf. First, just do this for the face off. Get it go. Now, run. YouTube. Good, you? It's if you look up Iowa State Men's Hockey Club, it should be the first live that pops up. Welcome in everybody to the Ames ISU Ice Arena. Your starting lineup for the Ducks at goaltending, you have Rodney Peterson. At right defense, you have Keegan Kemper. At left defense, you have Hunter Vlavis. At Left wing, you have Lars Krohns. At right wing, you have Liam Bard. And at center, you have Charlie Maurer. And for your Iowa State Cyclones, you have Harrison Moen in net. In front of him, you have at right defense, Riley Kress. At left defense, Dan Fainenstein. At left wing, Everett Beslin. At right wing, Stuart Pearson. And at center, Michael Malerkin. Just about a minute shaved off here right in the first period. A shot on net by Kevin Lynch, number 83 in white. A scrum on the wall. Gets worked down to Beslin. The Ducks skated out of their zone into the Iowa State zone. A shot on net blocked by Kevin Lynch. Chased down by off into the corner. Number 24 in green. 24 cycles to 6. 6 to 88. 88 to 24. And a shot. Tip just wide. Another shot from 16. Misses just the far post. Getting brought out by Sam Dorfman. Through the middle. Gets a shot through. Puts it on net. Oh, high left side. Little, if it gets physical here. Another shot on net. Missed just wide. And Oregon tries to break it up. But Iowa State keeps it in the zone. The Pearson, and he scores! Iowa State up 1-0, just 0. The Ducks break it out of the zone, get into the Iowa State zone. Shot on net. Play to the corner. Jurecki to Kavarik. Kavarik chases in after it. Tendy plays it to the corner. Almost a turnover. And the Ducks put it in deep. Kevin Lynch brings it around, plays it off the boards. Straight to the Ducks defense. The Ducks with a shot on net goes just over. Iowa State tries to get it out of the zone. They don't. Ducks capitalize. Or they don't. Offsides call. Attendance in the crowd is 186 tonight. So far, we still have a line out the door from what I can see in the broadcasting booth right now. Oregon takes the draw. Off the boards. Lynch plays it in deep. Oregon will regroup. With a tip inside, Lynch will chase. Lynch to his partner, who lost it in his feet in the corner, straight up to the Oregon defense. A shot on net, save. Oregon lays a body in the corner. Iowa State plays it in deep, picked up by 20 in green. 20 in green up the wall to 16. 16 misplays the puck. Goes back to 20, 20 to 4. 4 to going to 88. Turned over at the line, kept in by Kirby. Kirby with the turnover. 16 in green. Takes a shot in on the backhand. Saved by Mullen. Your Iowa State goal was scored by number 5, Stuart Pearson, assisted by Michael Malerkin, number 18, and number 28, Everett Besslin. Draw in the offensive zone of Oregon. Stewart wins it to Besslin. Besslin gets it out of the zone but loses control. Picked up by Pearson. Pearson over the line. Pearson feeding the point. Shot blocked by Oregon. Another shot. Stu looking for his second in front. Played to the corner by Oregon. Picked up by Besslin. Thrown to the defense. Back to the corner for Stu. Stu to Malerkin. Malerkin to Besslin. Besslin circling the top of the zone. Covered by Oregon. Another great save by Rodney Peterson. Pressback wins the draw. Lynch to Schultz. Schultz with a shot. Tipped just wide. Played to the corner. Kovarik throws it in deep. 22 to Chase Jarecki. Reverse hit by number 6. Picked up by 79 in green. Played to 75 to 10. Turned over in the neutral zone. Iowa State takes control. Iowa State looking to pass it along to the weak side, but a miscommunication leads it to go to the far wall. Kovarik looking to get it in deep. He does. Going for a change. 24's on it. Kept in by 66 in white. A scrum along the wall leads it to come out to Kirby over the red. Gets it in deep. Iowa State to Chase. A shot from the far wall. Iowa State plays it back to the corner. Picked up by 23 in white. Shipped out by Oregon. It's a one-on-one. Play the battle. Moen plays it to Kirby. Kirby loses an edge. Oregon almost capitalizes with a shot on net. Shot just missed from the point. This line picks up the physical presence here in Ames. Looking for Kearns. Missed just wide. Green will pick it up. Into the Cyclone zone they go. 20 to play it. Looking for somebody in front. Oregon shoots. It's saved by Harrison. Harrison's had a couple leaping saves here in this first period. Really been tested so far. Shot from the Oregon point. A penalty upcoming to Iowa State. Andrew Franny will go to the box for the Cyclones, giving the Ducks a chance to capitalize on the power play. On the ice for the Ducks, you got number 22, number 7, 14, 12, and 28. A big line for the Ducks here. Let's see if they can get anything out of it. A win, back by Oregon, collected by number 7. 7 to 28 on the wall. 28 back up to 7. 7 looking to 12. Missed with the pass from tape to tape. Going down to 22. 22 back up to 12. 12 over to 7. 7 looking for somebody to pass to. Potentially shoot. Down to 14. 14 up to 28. Over to 12. Looking across. Good stick by Iowa State, and they get out of the zone. Full change for the PK for Iowa State. And the Ducks play it in. Iowa State wasting time off the penalty clock. Throws it in deep, just out of the reach of Peterson. Peterson, now collected by number 28. 28 plays it to 22. 22 plays it back to 16. 16 looking across to 75. 75 hits the line, going over, down the wall. Tries to reverse it back up to 79, but taken away by Iowa State. Iowa State now rims it out of the zone, and it is out of the defensive zone on the penalty kill. 24 wheeling up the far wall, takes it over into the zone, cutting towards the middle, loses control here on the wall, gets sent back down deep into the Iowa State territory. Back up to 24 at the point. 24 cutting towards the middle, loses control, Bethlen to pick up. Bethlen over the red, Bethlen over the blue, Bethlen cutting inside, Bethlen going towards the net. Taken down, no call on the play, picked up by Oregon. Oregon up the way, number 88 over the red, dumps it in deep. Penalty expired for Iowa State. To 7, 7. Over the line, shot. Just short of the glove side. Play down in the corner, 7 again. Taking a hit, absorbing. 13 on the pickup, 13 to the point. Curve, Schultz walking to Lynch. Lynch plays it, shoots it on net. Little scrum in front, 7 to 83. Lynch, another shot in front. Tipped down in front by 13. 13 batting it away. Turnover right on 7-6. Max Camper. Oregon tries to get it out of the zone, and it is deflected up and out of play. Face off in the Oregon zone. What a shift for the Cyclones. Putting on a lot of pressure in the last 30 seconds of their penalty, keeping it in the offensive zone. Let's see if they can capitalize on this shift. A lot of power in their favor. Oregon wins it back. Rims it to 12. 12 looking for the center. 7 on the pickup. 7 over into the offensive zone. Puts a weak shot on net. Iowa State picks it up. Kovarik over the red. Kovarik cutting on the blue. 12 for Oregon. Picking up. Going to 20. Turned over. Kovarik going into the zone. Trying to cut inside. Gets leveled. And there's a penalty upcoming to Oregon. Your Cyclones are headed onto the power play. Number 7. Take that back. Number 4 for Oregon. Has a 2-minute minor. Offensive zone draw 1 by the Cyclones. Stewart. Stewart on the wall, walking towards the center. Looking towards 18 to 5. Stewart back down to the corner, picked up by 18, working it down low, the Cyclones are. Little scrum in the corner, Cyclones end up on top. Bethlen missed pass to 41, picked up in the zone, the Z zone for the Iowa State Cyclones. Stewart bringing it out, throwing it back, going back to Stewart. Stewart cutting it, looking over to 20 in the zone, turned over. Almost kept in by 41. It's a foot race. 41 beats 79. 79 to 5. 5 to 18 on the blue. Looking in. Cutting over. Almost the centering pass. And the Cyclones are still yet to have possession time in the zone for longer than 10 seconds. Oregon clears it back down to the Iowa State zone where Schultz will pick it up. Schultz behind the net, passing to Camper, turned over. 7 on the pickup, 7 with a shot, blocked. Dorfman almost getting a stick on it. Lynchy gets sent flying. And another penalty upcoming. Number 7 for Oregon. Bryan Kurpiewski, the Cyclones will go on a 5-3 man advantage. Quick reconvenience for the Cyclones at the bench. They're going to figure out what they're going to do here on the 5-on-3 for 35 seconds. Number 41 on the point with Schultz. 41, Andrew Franny. Number 13, Joe Picana. Number 26, Sam Dorfman. And number 13, Max Camper. They work it all off the top. They work it down low. Picana with it. Over to Dorfman. Dorfman back to Picana. Stick by Oregon. Looking to clear. They do. 13 left on the 5-on-3 man advantage. Schultz with the pickup. Rounding the back of his net. Stopping. Waiting for a regroup. Heading up the ice. Franny to Camper. Camper over the blue. To Dorfman. The Ducks are now have a 4-man crew out there. Picana working it in the corner, going back to Dorfman. Dorfman behind the net, centering to Max Camper, and it is barely found by Peterson, the Oregon goaltender. A little scrum right there after the whistle. Iowa State still on the man advantage for another minute and 5 seconds. Power play 2 will come out. You got Kress and Fannenstein on the point with Bethlin, Stewart, Pearson, and Mullerkin. Stewart to Beslin. Beslin trying to go up to the point. He does. Walking it in. Going in, shot. Kept in by Kress. Kress playing it down to Beslin. Beslin coming up towards the defense. Kress with it. A little bit of a turnover, a little bit of a miscue, and the Oregon Ducks are now in the offensive zone. Going in towards the net, no penalty called as an Oregon Duck player goes down. Stewart with the pass, almost turned over right there in the high slot. Kress skating with it now, going into the offensive zone, dropping it to number 18. Beslin going in front. Peterson sprawled out, somehow manages to get a pad on it and send it just wide. Kress now back into the corner for Beslin. Beslin with it. A weak little pass, works out. Mullerkin to Kress. Kress trying to go over back to Beslin. It doesn't go. Foot race, Schultz with Henningsen, whistle blown, Harrison Moen covers. Defensive zone draw, 5-on-5 play, back in the Ames ISU Ice Arena. Oregon with the draw. A shot, blocked by their own man. Chip, just out of the zone. Kept, dumped back in. Moen out to play. Lynchy with the pickup behind the net. To the wing, John Kovarik. Kovarik to Kreisbeck. Kreisbeck over the line. Flipped out by Oregon. Lynch on the chase. It is icing. No change for Oregon on the ice here. Their 5-man crew looks a little bit tired. Iowa State in the offensive zone. Ian Davenport on the draw. Wins it back to Kirby. Kirby plays it in deep, where the Ducks will pick it up behind their net. 23 with the pickup. Sam Plays it in behind for Davenport. Davenport looking towards Sam again in the high slot. Going back up to Girardi. Girardi with the miscue on the blue. Picked up by Kirby, and there will be a penalty on Girardi for coming over the top of the Oregon Ducks player's head. Girardi showing some emotion there in the penalty box. And the Oregon Ducks will now go back on the power play. 4 minutes and 55 seconds left on the clock here in the first period. Cyclones up 1-0. Stewart on the draw. Lost. And they scored! Number 24 from the point puts it in just over the glove of Harrison Mullen. Now tied 1-1. 4 seconds in to the Ducks power play. A lot of emotion from the fans here in the Ames ISU Ice Center. A big sigh after Oregon scored their first one to tie the game. The Ducks win it back. Up to 10, hitting the red, dumping it in. Just short of the net. Played to 13 with a hot skip and a bounce. It goes to Dorfman over the blue, where he reverse hits number 2. Camper on the pickup, into the corner. 13 with a hit on 2. 24 on the breakout. 75 playing it out. Back to Iowa State defense, where Kreck will pick it up. Oregon having a little life in them now. '79 on the pickup for Oregon. Up the wall. Shifts it to 16. 16 over the blue. Cutting in towards the middle. Shot on net. He scores! Top left side over the blocker of Harrison Mullen. It is now 2-1 Ducks. The Ducks seem to get a little bit of life here in the last 5 minutes of the first period, and they take the lead 2-1. I will get you the announcements on the goal from the first and the second of Oregon. 2 goals in just about a minute. Ask the numbers. Beslin in deep, plays it. Blarkin misses it to Stewart behind the net. Gets pinched off, 4 on the pickup, plays it up to 16. Lynch tries to pick it off. 16 tips it around. It's a 2-on-1 for Oregon. 16 loses the control of the puck. Played to the corner. 88 on the pickup. 88 back to 16. Missed pass. Lynch on the pickup, looking for an option. Flipping it up through center. Stewart Pearson on the chase. It's on net just about. Oh, and Stewart Pearson looking for a second. .312 left on the clock. Stewart Pearson being taken to the box for another Cyclone penalty kill. We have no idea what the call is yet. We missed it. Camper loses the draw. Slap shot from the point from 16. Misses just high. 79 behind net. Tries stuffing it. No good. Shipped out by number 13. Camper to chase 24 behind the net. And Oregon plays it out. Oregon with a turnover. Camper still on the chase. Chase 12, 12 to 24, 24 looking back to 12, to 7, 7 cutting towards the middle, getting over the red, coming in, setting it up for Oregon in the zone, in the corner, back up towards the point for 22, 22 looking back to 7, 7 back to 22, over to 12, up 28 to 7, 7 looking for somebody, finding 22, shot blocked by number 13 in white. Peterson playing it to 7, 7 to 22, they're back over the line. 8 trying to force a turnover, just misses. 22 to 12, 12 across to 7, 7 chasing behind the net. It is cleared out by Schultz along the board. Peterson for the pickup. That's 28 behind the net. 22 for the Cyclones applying pressure. The 2-on-1 in the corner. 22 working his tail off trying to get that puck out. 22 in green trying to go to 14. Recollects the puck looking to 79 just over the red. Shipping it to 12. Just missing him. The Cyclones stop behind their net and they clear all the way down. Oregon on the pickup. Number 28 takes it behind the net, looking for a regroup of some sort, looking to 79 just out of the reach. 20 in white. Playing it to 18. 18 up the wall. The Cyclones are now full strength. 5-on-5 hockey with just a minute remaining. Harrison playing it to 18. 18 to Stewart. Stewart over the red. Stewart going over the blue. Playing it along the wall. Gets eaten up by 20. Stewart coming back on top with the puck. Cutting towards the center. He's trying to find somebody. Throws it towards the front. Maybe there's somebody there. Bestlin picks it up on the far wall. Over to Girardi. Plays it back in deep. Picked up by 4 in green. Green to 58. Over the blue. Broken stick on the play. Girardi plays it behind deep. 18 on the pickup. Looking back to 20. 20. 24 seconds on the clock. They're heading up ice. To 23. Missed pass. It's going to be an icing with 17 seconds left in the defensive zone. The Cyclones. Oregon on the left dot. 14-23, facing off. Iowa State wins it. They're going to eat the puck in the corner. 2-on-2 battle. It's not being moved. Oregon walks the wall. Kirby plays it out. It is over the blue. And time expires here in the first period. Ducks up 2-1. Heading into your first intermission. Some happy faces on both Oregon players and some Iowa State players. Got a 16-minute clock for the intermission here. We'll get back to you shortly for the second period of Iowa State hockey. And as we start the second period, Stu plays it back to 20, 20 over to 28, 28, puts it in deep. Malerkin into chase, body up. Stu to 20, 20 looking to shoot, fakes a shot, then shoots, blocked by an Oregon player. Veslin trying to keep it in the zone. Dump back in by number 7 in white. Oregon clears just through the center. Ben to pick up. Crest with it now. Crest with it, going towards the center. Moving it over to Camper. Camper hitting the red, hitting the blue, going in, on his backhand. Throws it on net. Cleared out by Oregon, number 79. He was on the Hockey House pod earlier this morning. Put in deep, and it is an icing on Oregon. A little bit confusion at the Oregon bench as players were hopping on and off. Iowa State taking the right face-off dot. Camper at center, facing off against number 79, Charlie Meyer. 2-1 to score Ducks. Just about a minute played here in the second period. Camper with the draw. To Dorfman with a quick shot on net. Blocker down. Oregon to clear. At the point, Kirby with a shot blocked in front. Dorfman with the pickup. Now on the wall, on the near wall. Playing it down to 13. Joe Picana gets cleared back out to Schultz. Kirby dumps it in deep. Winged it. Number 24 to play with a high chip. Gets tossed. Dorfman trailing the puck. Oregon on the far wall. Kept in by Camper. Camper with a flip on net. Peterson holding. Face up upcoming in the offensive zone on the left of Peterson. Mitch on the face-off against number 14. Mitch loses a draw. Oregon to pick up. Sends it in deep. 88 in green, playing at the 20. Almost gets blown up. Kovarik trying to cut through. Kept in by 20. 20. The shot on point. Played. Kovarik almost stuffing it home. Peterson with a quick reflex to cover. 2-1 still to score. Exactly a minute later from the last draw. 18:09 remaining. Mitch Kresbeck on the faceoff against number 7, Lars Krause. Mitch winning it back to 20. Ben putting it off a shin pad, I believe. Peterson trying to stuff it home. A goal scored by Kovarik. And the crowd here is electric in Ames. Cyclones tie it up 2-2. 17:55 left in the second. John Jarecki stuffed it home on a miscue by the Oregon defense and their goalie, Peterson. Neutral zone faceoff upcoming. Sam Eaton in the draw against number 7 of the Ducks. Ducks pick it up, trying to gain the red. Kirby picks it up. Kirby looking to his partner, Schultz. Schultz up the boards. Played back now to Kirby. Kirby walking behind his own net. Kirby wheeling up the center. A little bit of pressure from Oregon. Kirby has no problem getting the red, dumping it in deep on net. Peterson's going to cover. Face up, upcoming in the offensive zone for the Cyclones. The pep band is going wild with their cowbells right now. It is electric here in Ames. Sam Eaton on the draw. The Ducks win it off the glass, almost kept in by Schultz. Plays a bounce to Kirby. Kirby looking for 21. 21 chips it in just past Peterson. 6 on the pickup to 28. 28 to 58. On the wall to 79. Schultz lays a body kept in by number 21. Up in the air. Nobody can find it. Schultz keeps it in on the near wall. Schultz walking the goal line. Schultz trying to cut in front. Almost gets the stick on it. Almost wrapping around Peterson. Schultz in the far corner now. Trying to dig the puck out with Stuart Pearson. 3 Oregon players in the corner. Charlie now backing out as a 2-on-2. Iowa State pops out with the puck. Stewart on the far wall, trying to find somebody in front. Oregon breaks that up. Number 58 gets the red, going into the offensive zone, drops it to 75. 75 with a shot off the foot. And that is going to be played behind the Cyclone net. Schultz with it now. Schultz to Bestlin. Bestlin trying to ship it over to 24, skating around. Number 24 on green. Bestlin now with it at the blue, playing it back to Kress. Kress over to Franny. Franny in deep to Malarkin. Malarkin plays it to Bestlin. Bestlin loses the puck to 24 in green. 24 in green, chipping it out. Not out of the reach of Franny. Franny now with it. Trying to go to the far wall. He does. Bestlin with it now. Take a shot and right into the bread basket of Pedersen. Draw to the left of Pedersen. Cyclones in the offensive zone. Max Camper on the draw. Camper against Strategos. Camper wins over to Franny. Franny with a shot off a skate played to the corner. Oregon trying to play it back behind their own net now. Oregon breaking it out. Kept in by Camper. Throwing a little bit of pressure on. High stick by 13. Played back down by Oregon. High stick no further. Slayton in on net. Press to pick up to Franny. Franny to Dorfman. Dorfman to Camper. Camper playing it to Pecana. Just missed. Crest with the pickup. Over to Franny. Franny on the pickup. Off the glass. Almost out. Kept in by 12 in green. Dorfman with it now on the pickup. Dorfman wheeling. Dorfman catching the red over to Pecana. Pecana with a shot just wide. Puck in front. Peterson didn't see it. Cleared out by the Oregon defense now in the corner. Some good moves put on the corner by number 7 in green. But Kirby with a pickoff on the pass. Kirby in the far corner. A body to Dorfman. Off the pad. Kept in by Kirby. Played to Jarecki. Jarecki over to Mitch Resbach, and he scores. Cyclones are on top, 3-2. 14-20 seconds left in the second period. Mitch Resbach puts it home for the Cyclones. Mitch assisted by Jarecki from Kirby. Cyclones win the neutral zone faceoff. Kirby with it now. Kirby to Jarecki. Jarecki mishandles the puck, goes straight to the defense. Bring it up through the center. Turned over. Kovarik, one-on-one. Shooting. Good stick by the Oregon defense, sending it just to the corner. Wide of Peterson. Sam Eaton in the pickup. Vandenstein with it, dumping it in. Just a tad long of a red, icing Cyclones. Ducks in the offensive zone now. Fans getting routing here as the PA announcer tells the fans to back off the glass. Shot from the Oregon defense. Play down in front of Harrison. Harrison has it get cleared out by his defense. Ben with it now, trying to play the puck behind. Oregon finds a high slot center. Being passed, broken up by number 24 for the Cyclones. Another centering attempt. Harrison gets bowled over, and we got a little bit of a scrum here after the whistle. It looks like they're taking 2 players off, 1 from each side. Will we get some 4-on-4 action here? 13:21 left in the second period. Cyclones up 3-2. Number 79 for the Ducks is in the box with number 21 for the Cyclones. Looks like a little bit of roughing on each end of the spectrum here after that last whistle. Refs are on top of it tonight. 4-on-4 action to come. A little bit of a discussion between the referees. It's going to be in the zone of the Cyclones, to the right of Harrison Moen. On the draw, Stuart Pearson. Most likely. Never mind, it gets taken outside. They're just on to the defensive dot for the Iowa State Cyclones. Stuart Pearson against Isaiah Stragos on the draw. Stewart wins it back to Schultz. Schultz in the corner. Now playing it to Franny. Franny back to Schultz. Schultz getting the red, dumping it in deep. Stewart on the chase. Stewart to Beslin. Beslin in the corner, working it down low behind the net. He's got time. He's got plenty of space. He's wheeling towards the top of the circle. Puts on the brakes, slides it over to Franny. Franny with a shot just high and wide. Schultz with it now. Another shot just wide by the Cyclone. Franny playing it to Stu. Stewart at the blue line, putting it in deep. Beslin on the chase against Green and 6 Greens. Schultz with it now in the left corner of Harrison Moen. Playing it to Beslin. Beslin up to Stu. Stu's got time, hitting the red, getting over the blue. He's going to try and put a shot on net. Has a stick on it by Oregon. Stu trying to center for number 13 in white. Now it's out of the zone. Kress with it now, passing it to Camper. Camper to playing it to Pekana. Pekana now chasing Pavelski. Pavelski for Oregon, playing it to 12 in green. Pavelski with it. Down the wall, putting on the brakes. Picked up by 12 in green. Centering pass picked up by Kress. Kress with it now, making a fancy move towards the inside, and he's going to come up the center of the ice, passing it now to Schultz. Schultz regrouping. Schultz to Kress. Kress trying to get it in deep. Picked up by the Oregon defense. They find number 7 in green, passing it along to number 12. 12 in the corner now. Pressured by Camper and Schultz. Picked up by Pekana. Pekana behind the net for Kress. Kress with it now. Back to Pekana. Missed by Pekana down to Camper. Camper 1-on-2. Now picked up by Pekana. Finds a streaking Kovarik behind the Oregon defense. Now in the corner. Working it down low. 1-on-3. Kovarik still with it. Kovarik in the corner now. Getting a little help from Jarecki. Jarecki now with it. Jarecki going behind the net. Jarecki turning back with it. Going to Eaton. Eaton in front. Picked up by the Oregon defense. They play it out. Kept by Kirby. Put it back over the blue. Cyclones touch up. Eaton on the puck. Charlie turning up the boards for Oregon. 88. 2-on-1. 88-24. Diving block by Kirby Larson. Thrown on net by number 98. Oregon plays it to the corner. Picked up by Eaton. Little chip pass to Kovarik. Back down to Eaton. Eaton with it now. Cleared by Oregon back into the Iowa State zone. Kirby Larson hitting the red, getting it in deep on net of Peterson. Peterson covering as Stu came streaking in from the bench. Cyclones with the lead, 3-2, 10-16 left in the second period. Stuart Pearson on the draw against Isaiah Stragos. I'm struggling with that last name tonight. Ducks, perimeter on the boards, kept in by Fannenstein. Fannenstein, late whistle to the call. Offsides upcoming. Repeat matchup tonight on the faceoff. Stewart and Stragos. Still 3-2. A lot of time left on the clock here in the second. 10:08 to be exact. Stu ties up his center. Beslin on the pickup. Throws it in on the backhand, looking for a streaking Malarkin. Just misses. It's in the corner now. 3 Ducks, 2 Cyclones in the near board. Pep Band is letting them hear it. It's a battle. And Malarkin ends up on top. High hit by number 4. No call on the play. They play it to number 10 in green. 10 chips out. Fannenstein picks it up. Throws it in deep. Collected by Oregon with a shot on net. Covered by Harrison Moen. Pep Band has the Cowboy here a ringing. Camper. Pavelski. To the right of Harrison. Camper with the win. To Kirby Larson. To Pekana. Pekana chips out. Pavelski to cover back and play it to his defense. Oregon. Now with it in their D zone. Picked off by Dorfman. Dorfman almost having a little breakaway there. Didn't quite get it. Shot on net by Schultz and reversing the hit on Howen. Oregon tries to chip out. Kirby with a key. Dumps it in deep. Picked up by Oregon. Camper with a hit. Pavelski to 16. To 28. Back to 16. 1-on-1 from the wide. Glove save by Harrison.
Donations will be collected at every IFD men's hockey game in October. Donations can be dropped off in the gold box by the cheerleaders table. Support Soccer Board.
Cyclones with it now. Oregon with it, getting it in deep. Fannenstein rushing up the near wall. Hitting the red with a move to the inside. Gets it over. Little turnover. 2-1. 2 back checkers coming in for Cyclones. Covering across. Diving blocked by Kovarik. He gets up and it looks like it stings. Kovarik with it now on the near wall. Chipping it to Eaton. Eaton missing a poke check here to Kovarik. Kovarik now with it on the near wall. Playing it to Eaton. Eaton with it. Going in around the Oregon defense. Playing it down. Eaton with it. Up top to Kress. Kress to Fannenstein. Fannenstein with a shot blocked by Oregon. Fannenstein now with it at the point again. Back down to Jarecki. Jarecki to Kovarik. Kovarik cycling it back to Jarecki. We're just out of his reach where the Oregon defense try to clear. Fannenstein with a step, keeping it in. Still in for the offensive zone for the Cyclones. Just wide of Pedersen. Kovarik with a pickup. Finding a streaking Malarkin, who fires it just high and off the post. Goalie thanking his crossbar right now because that was a great look for the Cyclones. 3-2, 7:26 left in the second period. Stuart Pearson on the draw. Stewart to Beslin to Kirby. Kirby with a shot. Just wide. Schultz with it now at the point. Playing it down low to Beslin. Beslin working off 2 Oregon defenders. Gets stripped. Picked up by Beslin on the near wall. Just out of his reach as he gets dropped. Oregon throws it just wide of Harrison, picked up by Schultz, just behind the net. Played to Bestlin. Now to Stu up the near wall. Stu cutting towards the middle. Has a penalty upcoming to the Ducks. Man advantage for the Cyclones. And they're looking hot. Number 16 for Oregon heads to the box. 2-minute advantage for the Cyclones. Camper on the draw. Oregon wins it back. But played along by the Cyclones. Up to Schultz. Now back down to Pekana. Pekana to Schultz. Schultz mishandles it and has to regroup over the blue. Franny to Pekana. Pekana going down the far on the far wall. Pekana looking to Dorfman. Dorfman up to Schultz. Schultz looking over across to Franny. Franny back down to 13. Playing catch with it now. Shoving it across. Looking for Dorfman. Dorfman to Franny. To Pekana. And Camper with it now. Dorfman wires it high off a stick of Oregon. Minute 16 left here on the power play for the Cyclones. Still up 3-2. 6:05 left here in the second period. Another offensive draw for the Cyclones. Stuart Pearson on it now. Stewart to Kress. Kress to Malerkin. Malerkin to Stu. Working it to Malerkin down low. Malerkin to Fanenstein. Fanenstein to Kress. Kress to Pearson. Pearson to Fanenstein. Fanenstein shot just high. Saved by Peterson. Harrison grabs the puck now. Pass giving it along to Kress. Kress to Stuart Pearson. Now Kress to Fanenstein. Fanenstein getting the red. Shoving it along to Bestlin, who works it along into the far corner. Bestlin with a huge hit, causing a huge play. And now Oregon clears and goes for a change. Harrison picked up by Kress. Kress dropping it back to Pearson, going back to Kress, turning on a little bit of the Jets here, going to the middle, and it's eaten up by the Oregon defense. Scramble in front, saved by Peterson. 10 seconds left on the man advantage for the Cyclones. Just under 5 minutes here in the second period. Cyclones up 3-2. Camper on the draw. Camper to Schultz. Schultz walking. Still looking. Down to Dorfman. Quick shot. Played back to Pekana. Pekana. Franny. Franny. Back down to Pekana looking for a shot from Camper. Kept in by Schultz. Schultz and Pekana working with it now. Trying to find somebody. Has nobody. Oregon takes over. Oregon with the regroup behind their net. 5-on-5 action here resumes. Oregon looking to get it out of their zone. 12. Gets it over the blue, but doesn't get it past Franny. Franny dumps it back in deep. Oregon now on the breakout. Another trying to fly the forward from Oregon. Doesn't work when Franny's on the ice. He'll get anything to stop for him. Oregon with it now. Going over the blue. Hannon. Hannon looking. Shoots. Right into the breadbasket to Moen. Eaton on the draw. 58 for Oregon. Girardi with it now. Girardi looking to Jarecki. Jarecki on the far wall. Turns it up. Misplayed. Kirby with it now behind the net. Picked up by Jarecki. Jarecki to Eaton. Eaton over to Kovarik. Mishandles the puck. Goes straight to the Oregon defense. Kovarik with a pickup. Going to Eaton. Eaton just over his stick. Jarecki in the far corner with a pickup. Playing it up to Kirby Larson. Larson with it now with a shot. Just wide. Kovarik with a hit. Oregon tries to break out. Kept in by Eaton. Eaton in playing it into the near corner. Picked up by Oregon. Oregon looking to break it out. High and out of the glass. And that's a souvenir for a fan. He walks away for a pop. Davenport on the draw. Almost played to the front of Peterson. Kress with it now, dumping it in deep. Kearns with it. Playing it to Fanenstein. Over his stick. Playing it to Kress. Kress looking. Trying forcing it down that far wall. A lot of pressure there. Oregon comes up with it. 28 in green to 58 in green. Dumping it in deep. Picked up by Fanenstein. Fanenstein now with it. Looking to Kearns. Kearns to Eaton. Offsides. Iowa State. 2:33 left here in the second period. Cyclones up 3-2. Pearson on the draw against Stragos. Pearson plays it to Besslin. Besslin over to Schultz. Schultz gets worked by Stragos. Kirby Larson with it now. Looking to Stuart Pearson. Pearson looking to Malerkin. Over to Besslin. Forehand backhand. Pad save by Peterson. Kirby with it now at the blue. Dumping it in deep. Malerkin in the near corner, pulling it up to Schultz. Schultz with a weak shot. Goes to Stuart Pearson. Pearson with it now on the near wall. Pearson looking for Besslin on the far post. Doesn't quite get there. Goes just wide. Picked up by Kirby Larson, where he'll play it down to the corner. Malerkin with it now. Up to Kirby. Kirby playing fetch with it. Turns it over to Oregon. Oregon breaking out. Hitting the red. Getting it in deep. On net. No ice. Kirby Larson almost with a catastrophic turnover, but the Cyclones clear. Schultz keeping the puck in now. Oregon on the pickup. Oregon skating up out of their own zone. 22 with it now, hitting the red. Now the blue. The 3-on-2. Drag, shot, release. Saved by Harrison, played off the high glass behind the net. Picked up by Iowa State, turned back over in the hands of Oregon. Now behind the net. Oregon looking to center it to their defense. High and wide. Great feat by Andres at the point for Oregon. Oregon with it now on the far wall, trying to put it on net, off a stick, out of play. Face off just to the right of Harrison Mullen. 51 seconds on the clock. Cyclones up 3-2. Mitch Kressback on the draw against Grabowski. 5-on-5 action. 51 seconds left in the second period. And Kress puts it out of play. Another face-off in the zone. Two face-offs. 5 seconds off the clock. A rematch between Kressback and Grabowski. Grabowski with it. Wins it back for Oregon. Shot blocked. Fanenstein playing it up to Kovarik. Gets it out of the zone. Chased down by Jarecki. Jarecki on 20 on green. Finishes his hit. Kressback finishing a hit. Grabbing the puck. Trying to center to Jarecki. Jarecki just outside the crease. Mishandles the puck now into the corner. Kovarik with a stick lift, getting the puck back for Iowa State. A centering pass to nobody, picked up by Fanenstein at the point, back to Drecke in the corner, 15 on the clock. Kovarik with it now on the near wall. Now pressured, 2-on-2 action in the quarter. Oregon with it now, breaking it out of the zone. They'll clear, and time will expire as Fanenstein dumps the puck back into the Oregon zone. 3-2 the score, Cyclones on top. Oregon had a ton of time and a ton of chances, but Iowa State ended up on top this second period. They have a 3-2 lead. We'll get back to you shortly.
Don't forget, during this intermission, we will play Chuck a Duck. Please
Chuck a Duck.
for more information. That's how you will follow that one.
Chuck a Duck by the cheerleaders. We'll cover that as well. Your Cyclones are getting a standing ovation leaving the ice here in Ames. What a fantastic period. 475 on the attendance count tonight. The barn is buzzing here in Ames. Welcome back, everybody. Cyclones still on top, 3-2. Sorry for the late comeback here. Oregon with it now, working it up to Slayton. Slayton going down the near wall. Near wall, pressured by Pearson. Pearson with the puck on the near wall. Cyclones down on them on a penalty kill. Pearson on the near wall, looking towards Besslin. Besslin with the diving stick, just missed. 24 in green, going up the far wall, playing it back, knocked away by Pearson. Pearson in the far corner. Pearson with the pickup behind the net, looking for Besslin. Stewart with it now, still in the corner. Charlie Mahone passing it. Now turned over by Besslin. Besslin with a quick shot off the far post. And Fanenstein will dump it back into the near corner. Current crowd attendance is just over 920 people. 923 people here. We are just 40 shy of a full house. Oregon with it now, dumping it in deep. Knocked out by Jurecki. Jurecki out the pressure. Oregon with it, now in their zone. Passing it along to Brawalski. Brawalski, toe drag around Jurecki, cutting towards the center. Played off. Brawalski with it still. 22 to 12. 12 with it now on the far wall. Passing it along to 22 again. 22 with a shot. Blocked down in front. Almost cleared by Jurecki. Kept in by 22. 7 with it now. Going back to 28. Over the blue. They'll have to regroup. Kemper with it now. Kemper to Hensgaard. Hensgaard waiting with it on the near blue. Over. Diving blocked by Jurecki. Kirby Larson now on the chase. Kirby missing the puck. Picked up along by Joe Picana. Pressured in the Oregon zone. 2 Ducks, 2 Cyclones aside. Camper with it now in the near corner. Passing it up top to Girardi. Girardi over to Larson. Larson with a shot just over the net. Peterson never saw it. Picana with a stick lift of the century sends his stick into the atmosphere. Up on the far wall. Camper with it now, throwing it on the net. Dorfman feeding it in front. Stuffed. Saved by Peterson in the near corner. Camper with it now. Working with it. Shot. Just wide. Kept in by Larson. Larson down to Dorfman. Dorfman misses it. Picana in the near corner. 3-2 Cyclones. 16:05 left in the third. 3 aside. Cyclones. Ducks in the near corner. On the near wall. Digging at it now. Dorfman. Quick shot on net. Peterson gloves down. Still in the corner. Picana wrestling with it now. Picked up by 20 in green. 20 in green. Chips it high and out. And the Ducks reconvene at center. Over the red. Dumped in. Picked up by Dorfman. Dorfman. To Kearns. Kearns with a shot. Played just to the corner. Kearns with it still. It's a 1-on-3. The Ducks walk out. Up to the near blue. Franny keeps it in. Kearns with it now. Turning. With a shot. Peterson with the inside of the blocker having a save. Draw to the left of Peterson. D-change for the Cyclones. Eaton with the face-off. Kress. Now in the corner, Eaton with it. Tries centering it to Kearns, but Oregon plays it to the corner. Feeding it in front, nobody's there. Kress with it now, walking the blue, trying to. Back down to Davenport. Davenport with a centering attempt, and it gets played to the far wall. Oregon with it now in the far corner. Kearns with it to Fanenstein. Fanenstein wires a shot. Peterson with the save in the corner. Eaton with it now, sending it back to Kearns. Gets played by Oregon. Kearns with it now behind the net. Getting pinched off. Tries centering it to Davenport with it now in the near corner, up to Kress to Fanenstein with a shot blockered away by Peterson. Fanenstein with it now on the far wall, dumping it in deep. Oregon to play. Kress with a shot, just deflected out of play. Puck still in the offensive zone for this. Fans are electric here. Face off in the offensive zone. Stuart Pearson against Browski. Hasn't been too hot on the face-off, but wins this one. Oregon with it now. Up to the center. Schultz with a stick. Oregon still has it, rims it in deep. Stuart Pearson with a healthy stick on the wall. Besslin now carrying it over the blue. Looking for a wide open Malarkin, just can't bury. Malarkin with it now, still behind the net. Pearson now, Malarkin to Schultz over to Larson putting it in deep for Besslin playing it along. Peterson with a stick, gets it to his defenseman, now 22 in green. Looking for 12, can't find him. Schultz with it now into his defensive zone. Going up the far wall, finding Stuart Pearson at center ice, going over the blue. To Dorfman with a shot, stick down by the Oregon defense. 20 with it now in the near corner for Oregon. Reversing it to 4. 4 carrying. Carrying it up the far wall, he dumps it in. Schultz in. Icing called. Cyclones have an offensive draw to the left of Peterson. Camper on the draw for the Cyclones. Henningsgaard on it for the Ducks. The Ducks win it back. Picana bodies in the near corner. The Ducks on the far wall, passing it to 20. 20 over the red, chips it in. Hits the linesman, almost causing them to go offside. Fanenstein now to Kress. Back to Fanenstein. Wasn't ready for it. They'll regroup. Kress with it now. Looking back to Fanenstein. With a high chip, hits the ceiling. Face-off upcoming. 3-2 Cyclones, 12:32 left in the third period. We are setting a record attendance here in the Ames ISU Ice Arena for the Cyclones here. Just 30 short now of max capacity. Kress with it now over the center line. Beating a defenseman. Dorfman with a pickup. Misses it just high left. Camper with it now on the far wall. Picana. Back to Dorfman. Dorfman trying to get a stick on it. He will, but Gagan for the Ducks will pick it up and send it in deep. Harrison getting a stick on it for Larson. A little bit of a turnover, a little bit of a miscue. And the Ducks almost have a little bit of a spark in them to get something going here. One-man show, number 10, diving for it to just try and give his team a little bit of life. 11:55 now left in the third period. Cyclones still up 3-2. Cyclones win the draw. Schultz to Jarecki. Jarecki now with it in the corner, tries flipping it through the Oregon defense. It's kept in. On the near wall now, number 24. Driving the goal line. Nobody's home. And it's cleared out by Kirby Larson. Or at least I thought it was gonna. And it does. Turnover now. Oregon with it. Now in the defensive zone. Kirby Larson. Larson looking across. High stick for Oregon. Kovarik with it now crossing over the blue. Gets his hands cuffed, but still finds a way to get it in deep. Charlie Moen now for the Ducks. Chipping it into the near corner. Kress with the pickup. Kress to Schultz. Schultz having a little bit of trouble settling the puck down. Kovarik now picked up by number 7, Grabowski. He's been all over the puck tonight. Playing it up to Mitchell at the point. Down to number 12 for Oregon. Trying to wrap around, shot off the post. Played up to the point, over to Mitchell. Mitchell looking for 12. 12 with a shot, and it misses wide. Schultz with the pickup now. Chipping it up to Jarecki. Jarecki can't get it past Mitchell. Mitchell keeps it in. Puck now in the near corner. Schultz with it, chipping it along to Kress. Miscued, duck shoot, held on by Harrison. 10:28 left in the third. Man, the Ducks have a lot of life in them now. Cyclones aren't done yet. They're still up 3-2 left here in the third period. The pep band's letting them hear it. They're giving them the cowbell. Ravelski, Pearson on the faceoff. Pearson wins. Larson with it now behind the net. Carrying it. Passing it to Stewart. Stewart chipping it in. Malerkin with it now, going behind the net. Nice little toe drag around 88, but couldn't get it past number 4. 4 with it, passing it to 16. Huge hit by Dorfman. And the puck squeaks out the center. Kirby with it now. Lobbing it in, played down by the Oregon defense. Larson dumping it back in deep. Cyclones regroup. Besson applying pressure to the Oregon defense. Pass up the center, turned over. Stewart Pearson with it now, walking the blue. Now going around the circle. Trying to find a centering pass to Besson, just can't bury. Stewart with it now on the near wall. Going over the blue. Pearson will now regroup. It's a 6-on-5 man advantage. Goalie pulled for the Cyclones. They'll play it back. Brandy behind the net. Playing it to Schultz. Schultz looking for a streaking camper. Never mind. Still finds him. Davenport putting a shot on net. Bacana laying the body in the corner. Still no whistle. 6-on-5. Dorfman with a shot. Oregon finally touches it. Penalty upcoming to Oregon. A little bit of a scrum after the whistle, and the fans are going wild. Man, it's getting rowdy. Cyclones go on the man advantage. 9 minutes left to go. It is the third fan warning from the PA announcer to not rock the glass back and forth tonight. The fans are getting into it. Cyclones on the man advantage. Or at least I thought. 2 men in the box. Looks like Max Camper for the Cyclones. And Liam Bedard for the Ducks. Will we see some more 4-on-4 action here in the third? 2-minute minor assessed to Max Camper, and a 2-minute minor assessed to James Gaggin. Looks like they were both called for roughing. Face off just outside of the Oregon defensive zone. Kresbach on the draw against Browski. Browski wins it for Oregon. Oregon backs up behind their own net, passes it along to Hannon. Hannon now with it, trying to go back, turnover. Kresbach to Kress. Kress with it now. Playing it back to Fanenstein. Fanenstein up to Kovarik. Kovarik hitting the blue, looking for an option. Trying a shot, blocked by Oregon. Kovarik battling along the far wall. Oregon still has it. A diving play. Kovarik with it now. Cutting to the center, broken up by Oregon. Oregon with now its possession on the near boards. Now behind their net, passing it along to the far boards. Playing it back, settling the puck down. They're playing it behind. He played it back to nobody. He's going to pick it up himself. Hannon with it now. Still with it on the near boards. Finds his partner, number 24, across ice. It's 2-2. Throws one on net. Harrison will eat that one up. 3-2. 7:57 left in the third period. Just under a minute left to go on the 4-on-4 play here in Ames. Stuart Pearson. Charlie Maher on the draw. Schultz with it now behind the Cyclone net. Getting a little bit of pressure. He's just going to hold it. He's moving now. He's going to find Pearson. Pearson. Wheeling over center ice. Gets pressured from Staganos. Played it back in the Oregon zone. Picked up by number 24 in green. Behind his net. Wheeling up the near wall. He's got a head of steam. He's going to try and beat Franny. He does. Plays it on the near wall. Picked up by Beslin and hammered into the wall. Puck in front of the Cyclone net. Straganos. Stick by Pearson. Picked up by Schultz. Back to Franny. Just out of his reach. It's going to be picked up by Beslin, who now has it on the near wall. Passing it to Schultz. Schultz to Dorfman now. Dorfman getting over the blue. Picked up by Maher. Maher now with it. Trying to chip it ahead, but it doesn't get that far. Franny with the pickup. Over to Kret. They get it over the red, picked up by Oregon. Oregon now with it in their defensive zone, picked up by 58, wheeling with it now over center. Pass to Charlie Maher, and he'll get it in deep for the Ducks. Ducks have been applying a little bit of pressure here in the third, but don't worry, your Cyclones are still on top, 3-2, 6:37 left here in the third period. Dorfman hits the red line, now the blue, and he's looking for options. He wires one, gets blocked by the Ducks. Dorfman still with it in the near corner. Flings one on net. Just played off to the side of Pedersen. Now over to Cryos. Cryos dumps it in deep. Vandenstein's on it. Picked up by Pekana. Or at least I thought. Pekana now battling on the far wall. Oregon regrouping. Mitchell. To Hannon dumps it in deep. Picked up by Moen, dropped off for Fanenstein. Fanenstein now with it. To Kovarik, chips it up off the boards over the blue. Ducks have to reconnect. Jarecki blocks the path across. Now into the far corner. Jarecki with it. Jarecki waiting. Jarecki holding. Jarecki finds. Freshback just didn't get a release off. Picked up by the Ducks. Now they're over the red. Dumps it in. Freshback with it. Wheeling behind his net. Gaining some speed. Finding Kovarik. Kovarik chip back to Treshback. Just missed. Larson with it now. Larson regrouping with Schultz. Schultz heading up ice to Jarecki. Jarecki missing the pass, but don't worry. He gets right by. Jarecki tried putting a little spin move off. Gets by, but now the Ducks play it to Schultz. Schultz on the point. Schultz to Kovarik. Kovarik now with the puck. Turns it over to the Ducks. Hansgaard. Hansgaard with a shot. Stick by Larson. Puck out of play. 5:05 left here in the third period. Cyclones on top 3-2. Your Cyclones have been applying pressure to the Ducks all night, but the Ducks have been applying it right back. It's been a back and forth game all night. Penalties are about even throughout the entire game. Stragos, Pearson on the draw. Pearson wins it back to Larson. Larson now with it. Puts on a spin move, beats his man. Up the wall. Up the wall to Beslin, just missing his pass. Oregon up top. Schultz gets the puck in deep. Pedersen wanted to play that puck, but realized the Cyclones were too dangerous. Cyclones with a weak shot, trying to get tips in front, bodies in front. The Ducks played up the near wall. Larson with it now, dumping it in deep. Cyclones regroup, applying pressure on Fix. Fix with it to Gagan. Gagan holding the puck on the near wall. And Malerkin holding him to it. Pearson now pressuring Slayton. Pekana wrestling his man. Now to Gagan in the near corner of the defensive zone for the Cyclones. Larson with it. His stick gets caught. He might need that. He needs help. The Ducks are applying pressure. Camper's in there. Still trying to battle that puck out. The Ducks come out on top. Passed over to the center ice, collected by Pekana. Pekana getting it in deep. Ref calls it off. Cyclones have to regroup to apply pressure to the Ducks. The Ducks now on the near wall. Gets rubbed off by Camper. Camper to Dorfman. Dorfman with a shot just high and wide over the blocker of Pedersen. Collected by Charlie Mahone. Mahone over the center line, gets it in deep. Vandenstein now rims it to the Ducks. The Ducks play it back. Fandenstein now. Kress trying to get a stick on it. The Ducks come out. They're playing it to Valois. Valois walking the center. Shot! Takes on an ankle of Kress. Don't worry, he gets back up. He eats another one. Kress. To Kovarik. Kovarik hits the red, chips it around his man, and tries getting the puck in deep. He still has it. He still has the puck. He finds Fandenstein. Kress actually with the shot misses just high and wide. Now Kovarik. Kovarik wheeling on his backhand just over the top of the circle, gets bodied. The Ducks collected. It's all 1-on-2. He's waiting for his man. He plays it on the near wall. And Fandenstein gets it out of the zone. Fandenstein now. Over to Schultz. Schultz looking to Beslin. Beslin hits his stick out of play on the Oregon bench. 2:32 left here in the third period. Cyclones still on top, 3-2. Face-off at center right, Stuart Pearson and Grabowski. The Ducks have a little bit of life in them still. The Cyclones still are on top. Face-off prevails. Pearson to Malerkin. Played back to Larson. Larson to Beslin. Beslin now to Malerkin. Malerkin over the blue. Pulls to the center, shoots. Just over the net. Collected by Pearson. Now Malerkin. Malerkin with it on the near wall. Poked at by Pearson. Pearson now with it. Walking the goal line. Poked at by Beslin. Pearson still with it now on the near wall. Malerkin. Malerkin cutting inside, into his feet. Beslin poking at it, missed it. Couldn't bury it. Beslin now with it on the far wall. Shot! It's in! Beslin scores! 4-2 Cyclones! A ricochet shot from Beslin goes over the top of Henderson. He had no idea it trickled in. Beslin now going to the line. That is Cyclone power. Showing dominance. The fans are going nuts. We've hit max capacity. Minute 54, Cyclones 4, Ducks 2. Eaton on the draw. Now Charlie Mahal jumping it in. Eaton chipping it to Davenport. Davenport on the goal line, coming in. Can't bury it. It's loose. Almost chipped in for another blue Cyclone goal. Held at the blue line by Kress. Whistle. Helmet came off of Sam Eaton. Apparently, he didn't have his chin strap tight enough for this game. It's wild in here. Face off outside the Ducks zone. Camper. Mahal on the draw. Mahal wins it back. Mitchell with it. Looking across. Finds his man. 14, dropping to 79. 79 trying to find 16, broken up by Dorfman. Dorfman with it now on the far wall. Kicking it to himself, he's got Camper. Camper on the far wall. It's a 3-on-1 in front. Can't get it through. Camper in the far corner. Puck against the wall. Chip to Pekana. Pekana now working. Pekana, Camper. Chipping it to Kressback. Kressback to Kress to Fandenstein. A shot, tipped by Camper. No worries there for Pedersen. Gets tripped up on the play. Kress with it now at the point. Looking down to Kressback. Finding Dorfman. Pedersen somehow getting a pad on that. Kressback to Kress. Kress now with it, regrouping. Cyclones have another man advantage coming their way. They're going to hold the puck. They're getting forced just a little bit. Ducks touch it. Penalty upcoming. Charlie Mahone going to the box for the Ducks. Your Cyclones will have a 2-minute power play, but they won't need all 2 minutes of it. There's only 28 seconds left in the game. Cyclones on top, 4-2. Stuart Pearson on the draw. Griffin losing the draw to Pearson. Fesslin now with it. A shot. No pressure from Pedersen there. Looking up top for Kress. To Fanenstein. Fanenstein wires one just a tad wide. Picked up by Pearson. Pearson now with the Kress. Back to Pearson. Pearson looking for a shot. It's chipped in front of the Cyclone goal. 1 second left. Cyclones on top. 5-2 final score. I guarantee it they're going to count it. Fesslin is second of the night. Cyclones are victorious tonight in front of the home crowd. Max capacity. It's a zoo. It is absolutely crazy. The Cyclones here gathering around the center circle. They're going to do a fan salute in front of this amazing home crowd for the first game back in 2 years. The crowd is going nuts. All 1,115 people are going wild. Cyclone victory, 5-2. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Have a great night.